Hi, my name is Irfan Setin, and this video is about a play read by John Logan, and also this video will be for my drama class at Butte College. It's gonna be a review about the play, The Red. But I wanna start talking about the writer, the playwright, John Logan. He's a good writer and a famous one, and he wrote for Holiday, for he wrote for Hollywood and also for Broadway. So he was the writer for uh, Gladiator, The Time Machine, Star Trek, Nemesis, The Last Samurai, The Aviator, and then Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of the Fleet Street, Hugo in 2011, and many more, Skyfall, Alien Covenant. But he also wrote many plays. Never the Sinner in 1985, Red in 2009, Superhero in 2019, and many more uh, plays. So, a good play by a very good writer. First, I want to start with my impressions of the play. It's not an easy play for an actor because there are only two actors on stage, and this play is about an artist. Uh, he is Mark Rothko, and he was an artist, a famous expressionist artist in New York in the years of 1950s and 60s. And so we only see one scene, one stage, uh, and two actors. Uh, Plays with one actor or two actors are really hard ones for actors. You really have to be very good. And to be honest, first I've watched the play and then I read the PDF, and I was lucky that I was able to find a free PDF on the internet. When I googled the play, I was able to find. I was able to find it through freeeditorial.com. So um, here is the interesting thing. I want to read some passages from the play. Scene 1, the verse beginning of the play. Rothko stands staring forward. He is looking directly at the audience. He is actually studying one of his Seagram mural paintings, which hangs before him. Pause. So Rothko, in fact, is looking at the audience, but he's looking at a painting. So the writer, at the very beginning of the play, draws the fourth wall between the stage and the audience. And then Rothko lights a cigarette. He wears thick glasses and old, ill-fitting clothes spattered with specks of glue and paint. Contemplative classical music is playing on a phonograph. Rothko takes a drag on his cigarette. Pause. There is the sound of a door opening and closing from the unseen entry vestibule of stage. So again, so this time the writer shows himself, and this play is like a tailor-made. The writer writes every single detail. So if I were the director, it's really easy. because the writer did all the hard work, I believe. Ken, a man in his early 20s, enters nervously. He wears a suit and tie. This is the first time he has been in the studio. He looks around. He is about to speak. Roth- Rothko gestures for him not to speak. Then he beckons for Ken to join him. Ken goes to Rothko, stands next to him. The writer gives every single detail. It shows his professionalism and also his perfectionism, I think. So for a director and for an actor, I think the writer doesn't let him going out of the envelope, or I hope you know what I mean. Uh, Ken goes to Rothko, stands next to him. Rothko indicates the central painting, the audience. Rothko, what do you see? Ken is about to respond. Rothko, wait. Stand closer. You've got to get close. Let it pulsate. Let it work on you. Closer. Too close. There. Let it spread out. Let it wrap its arms around you. Let it embrace you, filling even your peripheral vision so nothing else exists or has ever existed or will ever exist. Let the picture do its work, but work with it. Meet it halfway for God's sake. Lean forward, lean into it, engage with it. Now, what do you see? Wait, wait, wait. He hurries and lowers the lighting a bit, then returns to Ken. Rothko, so, now, what do you see? Be specific. No, be exact. Be exact, but sensitive. You understand? Be kind. Be a human being. That is all I can say. Be a human being for once in your life. These pictures deserve compassion and they live or die in the eye of the sensitive viewer. They quicken only if the empathic viewer will let them. That is what they cry out for. That is why they were created. That is what they deserve. Now, what do you see? Beat. Ken. Red. So, it's a really interesting, in a way, a very good, a very strong start, a beginning of the play. It takes the audience or the reader, it takes right into the atmosphere in that artist's workshop, the room he does works on his pieces of art. So here is the synopsis. Uh, so Rothko has this new assistant. His name's Ken. Rothko is about to make murals, make new paintings for a restaurant, a Four Seasons restaurant in New York, and he'll get a good amount of money. I think 35,000 or something, which is a good amount of money for an artist in those years, I think. But still, it's a good amount of money. And after a certain amount of time, when Ken feels ready, so he stands against him, questioning his artistic values. Um, you can see the paradox here. If you're doing something for money, are you still an artist? Or who are you? A contractor? But Rothko is a very aggressive, dominant character, and he's always angry and aggressive. And he doesn't let Ken question him very much or very deeply. And then, but at the end of the play, he returns. the paintings and returns the, he returns the money and says that I'm not gonna give these paintings to you. I'm sorry, and I'm returning your money. And that's, we understand that that's kind of the a turning point for Rothko. And says this is after 2 years, almost after 2 years, and says, Ken, go home. You're fired. I don't need you anymore. Ken says, but why? And Rothko refuses. Says, just go out. Because Ken is also a painter. Not a painter. I'm sorry. He's also an artist, a young artist, and says, you don't belong here. Go out and do your job. Create your art. And these are the last words in the play. Rothko, referring to the central painting. What do you see? Ken looks at the painting, but then he looks at Rothko. Beat. Ken. Red. Ken goes to the phonograph and puts on a record. Classical music plays. Ken goes. Rothko seems a little lost. He moves to the central painting and stares at it. I mean, again, like the beginning, he stares at the audience, in fact. I mean, oh, yes, and the painting, the fourth wall between the stage, the actors, and the audience. Rothko stands alone. The end. I really liked the play. I really liked both people's journey. They both have their journey from starting till the end. Rothko changes, and Ken changes too. And they both also interact with each other. They make the other change. I have some other notes for myself. There are really some good lines. I'm gonna read some of those here. One day, the black will swallow the red. And then a question by Ken. What was his tragedy? And Rothko replies, he became famous. Again, a line from Rothko. Do you think they will ever forgive me? And with this line, he means his paintings. That was it. Thank you for watching. And as I said, you can watch it online for free, and you can also download PDF and read for free. Thanks for watching.